Hey everyone, and welcome to Lounge TV. I'm Tom, and you're going to be chilling and grilling with me. But wait, this isn't the kitchen you're saying? Well, there's reasons for that, which I will possibly elaborate later. This time, I'm going to be the one taking you guys through chilling and grilling. And Mom's going to lead me through it because I've never made this before. If I'm not mistaken, we're making zesty carrots. I will update you on that once I have the full facts. But yeah, this is going to be a great side dish, good with a lot of different things. It's got horseradish in it. It's going to be good. We just need to actually make it, and I'm going to show you how to do it. If you don't like carrots, that's on you. You don't like horseradish? Understandable. It's like the only thing that I actually like with horseradish. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so we're here. We got ourselves some carrots. You might notice some other weirdo hanging out in the corner cooking some other stuff. That's
the big carrot.
Yeah, he's not important though. Like he's cooking other stuff.
Yep.
We're focusing on the carrots.
We're gonna keep him out of frame.
That's the idea. So this one was already somehow
magically.
Yeah.
Peeled.
So we're ignoring that. So we're gonna start with this carrot. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna take your carrot. You're gonna take a vegetable peeler, both of them together. Slap the blade right onto the skin you're going to be peeling, and you're just going to kind of run it like that. It seems a little wonky. I believe that's the term for it, wonky.
Who taught you that term?
Good question. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Don't you wish you had the peeler from home, though?
Yeah.
Especially,
Okay, there we go. There we go. I think I might have just figured it out.
especially when you're dealing with a wonky carrot.
Well, no, the carrot's not wonky. It's the peeler that's wonky.
Oh, okay.
That's the big difference. Nobody wants a wonky peeler.
Nope. Nobody wants a wonky carrot either.
Well, yes. So then you're going to want to just make sure that all of the outer peel is off, because that stuff's dirty, and you know, who wants that? Just going to peel as much of it off as you can get. You don't have to worry about the ends. You know why? I'll show you why after I done cut these here carrot skins off.
What on earth happened to you?
I misspoke and I decided to go into a bit. Is that alright?
I suppose.
It better be. Okay. Just want to get all the like shreds off of it because you don't need that. Alright, so. But you didn't peel the ends. What's up with that? That's because the ends are getting cut off, so. Boom. And. Boom. There. The ends of the carrot are now done.
Notice how Tom keeps his fingers away from the knife blade.
That is very important. So, you might think, well, what? We're just going to have the carrot like this now? No, that's silly. See, we've already kind of pre-done quite a few of them. You're going to want them more like this size. See, kind of like rectangles. You getting that?
I got that.
Tom,
Okay.
is that blood trickling from your finger?
No.
Okay, just check.
Alright, so, in order to get it like that, you gotta take these carrots.
No, do it the other way first.
What?
Cut it in half. The other way. Turn it. Yeah, half.
Okay,
Yeah.
you want to halve them first so that they're tinier bits. Which makes a lot more sense.
Give a
That
little more
would just seem
control
kinda
over it.
Yes. So, then you want to take this bit and cut it pretty much right in half. Now, one way I saw it is to keep it on the rounded end for some reason. I'm more partial to keep it on that, just that it doesn't roll around.
It's a little safer that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just do that one in half.
Yeah, this
Thirds will be too
this one's
small.
small enough, and I cut it too thin that see, if you get it triangular, that's fine too.
It's perfect.
It doesn't
like
need to
that.
be a rectangle. It can be a triangle. So then let's flip that.
There you go.
And this one can be in thirds because it's a bit larger. All right. And see, we got ourselves some carrot chunks. Toss that into the pot there with the rest of them. And then you're just going to do that for the rest of the carrots until they're all cut up. Once they're all cut up, then we can get on to the next step. Alright, so we got ourselves the carrots on the stove. You want to fill it up so that it's covering the carrots, and you want to turn that heat on high. Once that boils, we're going to let it go for 6 to 8 minutes.
Hey, the potatoes are boiling. Can you put that on 15 or 10 minutes?
I don't know how to set the timer on
All
this.
right, click kitchen timer.
The timer
And then 10.
starts.
That's it. Nope. Maybe. Hit start. Alright, that looks good.
Alright, I have learned how to use the timer on this stove that I've never used before. Fantastic. Alright.
Sorry about the quick spin with the camera there, folks.
I got dizzy.
That's fine. So, now what you want to do involves an onion.
You're good.
You may have noticed that we didn't go over all the ingredients right away. That's, you know, different styles. We'll go over things as we need them. So first we have the carrots, now we're grating onion.
Well, it's pretty much carrots, onion, horseradish, mayonnaise, salt and pepper.
Well, there you have it. It's carrots, onions, horseradish, mayonnaise, salt and pepper.
Yep.
Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take a grater, whether it's a box grater or a hand grater, that is up to you. You're just going to want to jam that into a bowl. And you're going to take your onion. You might see that there's a little bit off of that. We're just going to ignore that. You're going to take your onion, and you are just going to grate the onion greatly.
You're doing a great job grating the onion.
Great.
Awesome.
And if it seems like it's slowing down at any point, just rotate it, start filing down another point.
It's pretty much like pulverized onion, right?
Pretty much.
Tom, turn around that grater and show them what a great job you did. Look at that. Turn. Oh,
Oh, look at that onion mush on the
Great.
back.
That is some mush.
Keep grating, Tom.
I will.
Is it grating on your nerves yet?
Why did I start this? I accept full responsibility. And my eyes sting.
I was going to ask if you were crying yet.
Not quite. But it does hurt.
Oh.
Not the actual grating action, but the stinging of the eyes.
Well, I think they get the idea.
Yeah, so...
If you use a box grater that has bigger holes, it goes a little faster.
Just a little bit.
We were limited by supplies.
Yeah. My eyes hurt a lot right now.
lady behind the camera, did you happen to see a can opener that we can use?
I have not.
Okay.
But
This
we can-
ancient one right here,
Doesn't seem to work.
no. But back in the day, Proctor Silex was a good brand. It should be avocado.
Is the outlet turned on? Is it a GFC on?
No, it works. It just won't open the can.
Oh. Well, we'll go on a hunt. See if we can find a can opener and maybe a box grater, so this will go a little faster for poor Tom, whose eyes are about to bug out of his head.
Yes.
Tom, you're still crying and cooking?
Too late. So yeah, you're gonna want to grind both halves of the onion down to nothing. I wish that I had looked up tricks on how to not have your eyes feel like there's tiny bees stinging them
Yeah,
constantly.
none of those things work.
They don't?
No.
Never mind. This is a cursed existence of grating onions.
For some reason, they don't bother me. I'll finish up if you want.
Please.
All right.
Alright. So we'll get back to you on what's after this. Probably the horseradish sauce?
Yeah.
We'll get back to you with the horseradish sauce. So the next thing that we're going to wind up doing is making ourselves our horseradish sauce. Sauce. I almost called it a dip. It's not a dip, it's a sauce. So we got the onions all mashed up. Well, grated, but it looks like mash.
There's a couple of just chopped onions in there too, just for texture.
Yeah, because why not? So what we need is mayonnaise. We need those onions. We need horseradish to make the horseradish sauce.
That's in the refrigerator.
That's in the fridge.
Look to your left. Open the left door. Look to your left.
Aha!
Behind the cocktail sauce.
I know where things are.
When you're told.
Shush.
And where's the cookie coming in?
Nowhere. Whose is this?
I have no idea.
Oh,
But you're still here?
Sorry, yeah.
What's up? It's now over next to paper towels. So, we don't need the vegetable peeler either.
We do need a mixing bowl.
We do need a mixing bowl. That should be in here.
Yes. No, that's not a mixing bowl. To the left. To the left. There you go. No, get a bigger one. No, a bigger one than that. That's a good one. Perfect.
Okay. Faster, just say grab the largest one. But
That's not the largest one. That's a medium one.
I don't think we need the knife anymore either.
All right.
So, Now we get. We're doubling things up on what our written recipe is. So, trying to remember, it's 4 tablespoons of the onion, 4 tablespoons of the horseradish, and a cup of the mayo?
Yes.
That sounds right.
And you're also going to end up using a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of the cooking water from the carrots.
Yes, but the carrots are not done cooking. In fact, they're
They're
foaming, but not boiling
They're
yet.
not quite boiling yet. So
No, they're
soon.
not.
They'll be done soon.
Soon, TM. So let's see. We're gonna take our little measuring spoon here.
Actually, do the horseradish first.
We'll start with the horseradish.
Only because you're going to use the same spoon for both, and you shouldn't dip the onion spoon
It's
in the.
fresh horseradish, so the
It's brand new
where's
with
the
a-
perforation? There it is.
with a safety seal still on it.
So you can tell only the freshest here at Lounge TV.
Actually, there's fresh horseradish that you can grate yourself.
Well, you know what?
But you got a Winnie.
You got what?
Winnie. Horse, radish.
Oh my gosh. Really?
It was that easy. You missed it? I don't even know who this
So-
lady is behind the counter.
Just gonna dig in there, get.
That's close enough. Doesn't have to be too precise.
It doesn't need
That's
to be
one.
super precise. So we got 1. We got
2.
yeah,
That's good.
2.
Just short the next one a little bit.
Short the next one.
No, that's not shorting it, but okay.
That's a little.
Throw that in. No, throw that in.
It's
And
kind
do
of
like a
big
half
gap.
on the next one. Yeah,
that's a little
maybe a
less
little
than
more. Extra horseradish is never bad.
Well, for some people.
That's a nice little pile of horseradish down there.
That it is. Let's put the cap back on this here horseradish, and now we go for the onion. So same deal. We want 4. So scoop up
Next.
1. We got 2. We got 3. And we got burning eyes. Again. Yeah. 4. There's not that much left over, so whatever. Not that big of a waste. Now sometimes you wind up getting to a point where it just don't work.
Maybe if you push harder?
No. What? That's stupid.
Yes, I know.
Instead, what you want is a spoon.
Of course.
This
A
is
multitasker.
indeed. Multiple tools. This is why we have multiple hands.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, sounded good.
I'm sure there's some anthropologist out there who's just like, Tom, no, you're an idiot. That's not why we have 2 hands. What's wrong with you? But to you, I say, why don't you just, calm down, have some zesty carrots? Well, am I wrong?
No.
All right. Wow, this is...
It's a cup of mayonnaise.
I've not exactly taken small scoops of mayo, but this is kind of going, ain't it?
That's why I brought the entire jar.
That's why you brought the entire jar. All right, that should be just about a cup.
That looks about right.
All right, we're just...
You're going to need it to get the mayonnaise out of the red cup.
Yeah, you got a point there.
I know
So
I do.
anyway, mayonnaise. Yeah. Exactly as expected.
Plop.
I'll just drop that in, see if you can get as much of that as you can. Get that in for the sauce. Alright, I guess we'll use the spoon to mix it together, right?
That's logical.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so we'll just put the spoon right like that. We'll put the measuring cup aside. We can take care of those later. And, well, next up for the sauce, unfortunately, we now need to have, what is it, like half a cup of the liquid from the carrots?
1/4 to a half, yeah.
Yeah, so we're kind of stuck until the carrots are done, which, just to remind you, once it starts boiling, wow, that
That's
looks very
really-
close to,
It's very close to boiling.
yeah.
That's just
So
about
once
there.
that does start boiling, that goes for 6 to 8 minutes. We're going closer to the 8 side just because some people like the carrots a bit softer. If you like the carrots a bit more crunchy and chewy, then you go more towards the 6-minute side. We're going towards 8. And I guess that we'll see when that is done. It has been 8 minutes, so now we're going to be taking a fork and we're gonna stick a fork in it. If I can find one that I can kind of, here we go. Yeah, that's got a good tenderness to it.
Okay then.
All right, so now what you're gonna wanna do is, first I'm gonna bring this over here because that's a smart idea.
No, it wasn't a necessary idea, but okay.
And you're gonna take your measuring cup from before, because you want to fill it about halfway up with liquid.
Do that again. Try not to get any foam.
But you don't want foam. It's not the easiest thing. You're probably gonna wind up taking a few tries.
There you go.
All right, so you want half a cup of the reserved liquid from cooking the carrots, and then you're just gonna dump it right on in.
Okay.
There we
And
go.
stir it up.
Well, salt and pepper. You need to add some of that.
Let's take this back over to the island though, so
Let's
there's
take
more
this back
space.
to the island because there's not much room over here. And I'm going to. Well, there was salt and pepper already over here, but those were too. Fancier. Just turn the pot handle so that's not pointed over the things. That's dangerous. All right, so the salt and the pepper. You're not going to want to put too much in.
You can smell the horseradish.
You can really smell the horseradish. But you know, it's the usual thing with salt and pepper. You can always add it. You can't really take it away. So
A little more.
okay.
Okay.
There we go. Don't ask how much that was. It was just some.
It was enough.
It was enough. It was enough. There we go. It's difficult to open these without fingernails. Because mine have been cut semi-recently. Alright. So, with the pepper, I'm just going to be adding this in. Imagine a little more than that. Yeah, that's
No,
probably
keep
about-
going. A little more.
I tend to season light.
A little more. Yeah, that's good.
Alright. There we go. Oop.
Good catch.
That went right onto there and nothing else happened.
All right, you must stir that up.
And there's nothing you can say to tell me otherwise. So then
Easy
you want
now, you
to
don't wanna splash.
stir it up. You don't really want to splash it though. It's a bit more liquidy than you'd probably expect.
It's going to be a little thin.
It'll be kind of thin. It's going to be kind of like chunks of mayonnaise and onion. And it's going to be really good. There's pepper all in there.
You think a
some
whisk
salt.
might work, Paul?
Probably.
Maybe we need a whisk.
A whisk would be nice if a whisk can be found.
Well, do you want me to find a whisk?
Sure, go find a
All right,
whisk.
let's see if I can find a whisk.
Because really, you want to stir it up until it's pretty much even, right?
Yeah, oh. I found a whisk.
Alright. So then, yeah, you can just kind of try and scrape what you can off the spoon if you start with a spoon. A whisk is a better idea, though. So if you've been following along with me at home, then now you know. A whisk is better. If you're watching this before you cook, which is probably the better idea, then now you know, and you know not to do what I did with the spoon. So yeah, you just want to mix this around, kind of get to pretty much even consistency, which we're getting there. We're getting there. It's going. Okay, I guess I'm supposed to be mixing this up faster.
All right, that's good.
And apparently that's good.
Now, you need to drain the carrots.
Alright, so next up we're going to be draining those carrots, which...
Just leave the whisk in there.
Yeah.
Come on, Tom, leave the whisk.
I'm leaving the
Thank
whisk.
you.
I'm trying to... Because the one colander is used in there.
No, we just used that for potatoes. It's fine.
Okay, well... Then we're going to use the same one that we use for potatoes, but... You know.
Make sure your handle's not too hot.
Yes, the handle... I should get a pot holder.
Is it that hot? All right, right in the drawer next to you. That'll work.
Sure, we got special hot hands gloves. Okay.
Now, we're not dumping all of them.
We're not dumping all of them.
I'll tell you when to stop. All right, never mind. Just dump all of them.
Okay, we're dumping all of them.
Because I'll put some of them back then.
Wait, what do you mean you'll put some of them back?
Well, you'll put somebody will put some of them back. We're just
It's
don't
two
worry about
winners.
that because we're not putting all of them in the zesty carrots in case there's anybody who doesn't like horseradish.
Right, so in case you didn't know, we're not putting all of them in the zesty carrots in case somebody doesn't like horseradish.
I think they just heard me say that.
Did you guys hear something?
Keep going.
Alright, so those are draining. We'll let those drain.
Just
and
put that pot to the side, back on the stove.
We're gonna put the pot back on the stove. I'm just gonna drop it like that.
Alright.
And there we go. Next up, we got to, what's next?
We're gonna finish it up and get it in the oven.
Next up, we'll finish it up and get it in the oven. The last thing you want to do before you actually stuff it into the oven to bake it is get that sauce you just spent all that time whisking. And you're just gonna pour it onto your carrots. Make sure you get all that, because
That's good stuff.
the sauce is the boss. I don't know. Yep. Sometimes things get messy in the kitchen. That's why Dad wears an apron.
Exactly.
We didn't bring them.
Nope.
So,
Stir it around just a little
use the
bit.
spoon. So see, actually, if you do wind up using a spoon because you're following along, it's not gonna be a bad thing because now you've got a spoon you can use to mix all the zesty carrots with. Otherwise, you gotta go get a spoon. Unless
Right,
you're Reese,
flatten
then you're
down.
always with your spoon.
Oh my gosh, really? Alright, flatten those down.
Alright, then you want to flatten them down once you mix them up a little bit. And also something that probably should have been said earlier, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 375.
Put those over there.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Preheat your oven to 375 because we're going to be popping this into the oven for...
It's only about 15 minutes.
Huh?
It's only about 15 minutes in the oven because the
Oh,
carrots
okay.
are pretty much cooked.
Right, we're only going to be baking this in the
You
oven.
didn't put the crumbs on.
I didn't put the crumbs on.
Let's do
I
the
completely
crumbs.
ignored that it was there. So we've got right here some cracker crumbs. You can use breadcrumbs. That is up to you. So we're just gonna dump all those in there, and then we're just gonna mix it throughout, correct? Nope.
I'm not talking to you, I'm sorry. Sign language with somebody behind you. Say it again. No,
Dump-
just use your hand. Scoot it around with your hand. Just even it out.
Okay, that's...
Without, well, not flinging it everywhere, but...
Well, you know.
Okay, you got a handle on it.
Yeah, so
Alright, that's
you
good
want to
enough.
flatten out the crumbs on top, whether it's cracker crumbs or breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are probably going to be what you're going to use because that makes slightly more sense. But hey, we're trying to with the cracker crumbs because who knows, maybe it'll be good. So our oven.
Preheated to 375?
Are the racks good?
It's fine.
Okay. I should put it on the top rack. Yeah,
Top.
probably. All right. Yeah, we want to slap this on in here.
Alright.
And then you're going to want to set your timer for 15 minutes. And once that's done, the zesty carrots should be done. We'll get back to you when they're done. And there we have it. One dish of zesty carrots. Take a look at that. Look at that golden brown. You know,
Pretty nice.
this dish is actually a recipe from my great-grandmother, otherwise known as my mother's grandmother. So she knows the story a bit better than I do. So her grandmother, well, one grandmother was a good cook. The other one was not so great.
Mediocre.
Did you call her zesty grandmother?
She kind of was zesty.
There you go. I think now you refer to her as zesty grandmother.
Thank you.
Right?
She was a zesty grandma.
Zesty.
Sure.
So everybody will know now.
So, unlike what you probably think, it was actually the grandma who wasn't great at cooking that came up with the zesty carrot dish. But that's kind of where the funny thing is, because even though she wasn't, it's still great.
Yep.
Believe me, this is a really, really good side dish. It goes with, let's see, what are we making today? We're making chicken.
Beef,
It goes really well with beef.
steak,
Goes
fish.
good with steak and go good with fish. Like,
Tom, does it go good with beer?
Doesn't
Not
everything?
Yeah, that's all that I needed to hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's fair enough. I don't really drink very much beer. In fact, I don't even have a drink up here to drink to close this off. It's such a shame.
We
Well-
can take care of that.
These gloves don't come off.
Can't even find it.
The gloves are off. Anyway,
Oh my god.
grab yourself something cold to drink. Try out the zesty carrot recipe. You're gonna love it. And we'll meet you at the lounge.